Something that can make you do wrong, make you do right. Yeah. Love. Love and happiness. But wait a minute, something's going wrong. Someone's on the phone, 3 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, talking about how she can make it right. Yeah, yeah. Happiness is when you really feel good about somebody. There's nothing wrong being in love with someone. Yeah. Oh, baby, love and happiness. Love and happiness. Oh. I'll be good to you. We'll be together. Yeah. To see each other, walk away with victory. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, baby, love and happiness. Oh, yeah. Love and happiness. Oh. moan for love. Sad. Let me moan for love. Moan for love. Talking.
Cold, cold eyes upon me they stare. People all around me, and they're all in fear. They don't seem to want me, but they won't admit I must be some kind of creature up here having fears. From my party house, I'm afraid to come outside. Although I'm filled with love, I'm afraid they'll hurt my pride. So I play the part I feel they want of me, and I pull the shade so I won't see them seeing me. Having hard times in this crazy town. Having hard times, there's no love to be found. Having hard times in this crazy town. Having hard times, there's no love to be found. From my body house, I feel like me another familiar face of creed and the race a brother. But to my surprise, I find a man corrupt. Although he be my brother, he wants to hold me up. Having hard times in this crazy town. Having hard times, there's no love to be found. Having hard times in this crazy town. Having hard times, there's no love to be found. So many hard times. Sleeping on motel floors, knocking on my brother's door, eating spam and Oreos and drinking Thunderbird, baby. In this crazy town, I'm having hard times. There's no love to be found. Having hard times. In this crazy town, I'm having hard times. There's no love to be found. I'm sick and tired of paying dues, baby. And I'm sick and tired of having so many hard times, baby. And from my body,
Down so low. In your head over your shoulder. And you can hear the wind blow. Now can't you hear the wind blow, my love? Can't you hear the wind blow? Way down in
Ladies and gentlemen, will you please have your seats as our show is about to begin. Welcome to the Spingarn Awards Dinner.
My friends feel it's their appointed duty. They keep trying to tell me all you want to do is use me. But my answer.
People in the place to be. It's about that time for us to. Yeah. What you know about going out head west?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the NAACP Spingarn Awards Dinner, hosted by two iconic stars who have graced our screens and our hearts for decades. We met them on the campus of Hillman College, and they've been one of our favorite couples ever since. Please put your hands together for the dynamic duo, Kadeem Hardison and Jasmine Guy.
Rec shows, collect those extra O's. By the E, get a key to the Lex to hold. East, west, every state, come on, bury the hate. Millions, the only thing we in the hurry to make. Whether from the ex-friend, intellect, or bins, let's begin. Bring this BS to an end. Come on.
How y'all doing tonight? Feeling good?
Is this one on?
No, this one should be on. Now I hear me.
Oh, I hear you now.
I hear you too.
Okay.
Okay.
I like when you hear me.
You like it? I like
Yes.
it too.
Okay. How y'all doing?
Y'all doing good? Yeah. All right.
They say we're in Boston, but most people are not from Boston.
No,
I'm from Boston.
I'm from New York. It's okay.
I was born in Boston.
You were?
Yes. And I lived in Cambridge and Roxbury. So the few of you that are really from Boston, shout out. Doesn't really matter.
All right, I wanna try one thing before we really get started.
Uh-oh.
This is gonna be a night of reading teleprompters for us. So I'd like all you guys to try and help me with a little acting exercise.
Oh,
So everybody, whoever wanted to be an actor, I'm gonna teach you how to be an actor in about 4 seconds. If you could, on the count of 3, everybody say, "Oh, he tried." 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Now, when I'm reading and I mess up, you can either say that out loud or say it to yourself, but just remember, "Oh, he tried." Because this is what we're doing tonight. We're going to try to have a good time and make it good for y'all. Thank you for indulging me. There we go.
that means go forward with the teleprompter.
All right, welcome to the Spingarn Awards dinner at the 114th. Spingarn. I had to practice that one.
I know.
Oh, he tried.
We tried.
Welcome to the Spingarn Awards dinner at the 114th NAACP National Convention.
And we're gonna make this a night to remember. Get ready?
Absolutely.
You know.
Yeah.
know I
Speaking
love
of
that.
memorable nights, you remember those nights at Hillman College?
Yes. I remember a few.
That's right. Yeah. We were the ultimate dynamic duo back then, just like tonight.
Even though it was make-believe, it was awesome. We had such a wonderful time doing A Different World. So whatever you felt as an audience, it was true love. We wanted everybody to shine. And I love this man, even though when I met him, he was a boy, a mere boy. He loved me and I loved him. And I think that came through in our work. And I want to say for Debbie Allen and Susan Fales that they gave us a working environment where we could be ourselves and be those characters. Okay, I'm lost. I'm like,
It's okay.
you know, just like on the show, we're here to sell. Okay. And just like on the show, we're to celebrate excellence and honor achievements and have a good time. Okay.
That's right. We're here to uplift, inspire, and maybe drop a few jokes along the way.
Hopefully.
Fingers crossed. And y'all all have your acting technique, so, oh, they tried. It was always good. All right, Boston. I don't know what you gotten yourselves into, but here it comes.
Okay.
Get ready for an incredible night as we celebrate and honor the accomplishments of an exceptional woman whose impact will be felt for generations to come, Dr. Hazel Nell Dukes.
So thank you. Let's get this show started. It's time to celebrate, uplift each other, and just like the family, we are.
Got that right, Jazz. So buckle up, Boston. We're in for a heck of a ride.
And you believe it's going to be fabulous?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. I just want to tell y'all, thank you. Now to offer the invocation, please welcome Bishop Talbert W. Swan. Bishop Talbert W. Swan II, followed by the singing of the national anthem, Lift Every Voice and Sing. I grew up on this song, but Kadeem didn't.
Outed?
That's okay.
Outed.
Everybody didn't.
That's right.
They didn't do it in California that much either, but I grew up in the South, so, you know. Do we sing it now?
Nah, I'm not singing a thing.
Okay, well,
Angelina
is
Hightower.
Okay, oh, where's Angelina Hightower?
Right there on the prompter.
Okay, all right. I'll be back here doing alto, tenor, maybe baritone.
Let us pray. Eternal God, we thank you for your divine presence. For when you are excluded from the hearts and consciences of men, the inevitable results is that people suffer. We gather tonight in this powerful convention looking to you to give us power to engage in a new revolution, a revolution of values that will catalyze the continuation of our struggle for justice in these yet-to-be United States of America. A revolution that will cause us to play the Good Samaritan on life's roadside. Not only that, but a revolution that will cause us to see that the whole Jericho Road must be transformed so that men and women will not be constantly beaten and robbed as they make their journey up life's highway. Give us a revolution of true compassion that is more than flinging a coin to a beggar or a haphazard and superficial act of perceived altruism. Give us a revolution of compassion that sees that an edifice that produces beggars needs restructuring. A true revolution of values that will look uneasily at the glaring contrast of poverty and wealth. We pray your blessings on this night of celebration and recognition of one who so deservedly will be awarded for her years of service. Bless the food that has been prepared and the words that will be spoken. Grant us, Lord God, a vision of your world as your love would have it to be. A world where the weak are protected and none go hungry or poor. A world where the riches of creation are shared and everyone can enjoy them. A world where different races and cultures live in harmony and mutual respect. A world where peace is built with justice and justice is guided by love. Give us the inspiration and courage to build it through the name of that which we hold sacred. I know him as Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen.
Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring, ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the glistening skies. Let it resound loud as rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us, facing the rising sun of our new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won. Stony the road we trod, bitter the chastening rod, felt in the days when hope unborn had died. Yet with our steady beat have on our weary feet come to the place for which our Father sang. We have come over a way that with tears has been watered. We have come treading our path through the blood of the slaughtered, out from the gloomy past till we now stand at last, where with the white gleam of our bright star is cast.
Let's keep rising to the top, and don't let nobody.
Please welcome Karen Boykin-Towns, the Vice Chair of the NAACP National Board of Directors.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. As we come to the close of this transformative 114th NAACP convention, it is with heartfelt gratitude and appreciation that we take a moment to acknowledge the New England Area Conference under the leadership of my dear friend, Michael Curry, who also serves as a member of our National Board of Directors, along with Tanisha Sullivan, the president of the Boston branch, and her team, along with over 100 incredible sponsors. Their unwavering commitment to our cause has been the cornerstone of our success, and we extend our sincerest thanks to each and every one of them. We want to take a moment to acknowledge our top sponsors. That includes the state of Massachusetts, Delta, and Bain Capital, as well as our leading sponsors, Bank of America, JP Morgan Chase, Mass Mutual, Santa Fe, the Massachusetts Convention Center Authority, North America's Building Trades Unions, Wells Fargo, Verizon, Ford Motor Company Fund, M&T Bank, State Street, UPS, Blue Cross Blue Shield, Citizens Bank, Coca-Cola, Eastern Bank, Fidelity Investments, Honda, John Hancock Manulife, McDonald's Black Alliance, McDonald's, Walton Isaacson, and Walmart. We would also like to take a time to acknowledge FedEx, represented tonight by their Staff VP of Decision Science and Analytics, Donald Comer. Can we have a round of applause for our sponsors? Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests, and fellow advocates for justice and equality, I am deeply honored to have been a part of this historic event. What an amazing week we have had. We are thriving and we are together. We have heard from and engaged with elected officials and public servants from every level of government and policy area. From the city where the first NAACP chapter was chartered right here in Boston, to the White House, which we always need to remind some folks that we built. And lastly, the voices of our members that spoke this week have been heard and will resonate from coast to coast. Your attendance this week sends a powerful message about the importance of the NAACP's mission and the urgency of addressing the issues we all face as a society. But it doesn't stop there. The support of the NAACP's mission extends far beyond our ranks. Numerous organizations have shown immense solidarity by joining us this week and showing that we are thriving together, including the National Council of Negro Women, now led by my dear friend, Reverend Siobhan Arline Bradley, the National Newspaper Publishers Association, led by our dear friend and former CEO, Dr. Benjamin Chavis, the National Council of Churches, led by the Bishop, Vashti McKenzie, and even though I am a proud Zeta, you gotta give it up for the Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated and International President, Elsie Cook Holmes. Thank you, and all the organizational leaders who have been with us during our convention. Our collective voice grows stronger when we come together, transcending barriers and uniting in the pursuit of equality. The innovation of the Hub, led by Abba Blankson and Robin Harrison, along with our events planning team, showcased a myriad of ideas, projects, and initiatives from individuals and organizations that share our vision for a better world. This platform was a fun, educational, and engaging outlet for attendees and the Boston community, but it has also inspired us to continue to think creatively and collaboratively as we move forward with future conventions. During this convention, we have experienced the essence of democracy through our resolutions process. Long as it may have been, it is the cornerstone of our organization, allowing our members to actively shape the direction of our advocacy. The resolutions we have passed will be adopted by our National Board of Directors and will serve as a roadmap for our actions reflecting our unwavering commitment to justice, fairness, and equity. As we leave this convention fired up and ready to go, we must keep this energy. There is much work to do, and we can do it because when we fight, that's right. Now, the Spingarn Award and this year's medalist, going to none other than Dr. Hazel Nell Dukes, reminds us, absolutely, we are so proud this evening, but it reminds us that the fight for true equality and justice is ongoing, and we must continue our commitment to dismantling systemic barriers, eradicating racial injustice, and fostering an inclusive society where every individual has equal opportunities to succeed and thrive. Let us carry the spirit of unity and resilience displayed here at the 114th NAACP National Convention in our hearts as we continue to fight for justice, equality, and human rights. Together we stand, and together we thrive. Thank you once again for your unwavering commitment, and let us forge ahead with courage, hope, and love for each other. May justice prevail, and may we leave an enduring legacy for the generations to come. Thank you, and God bless us all.
Hey boy, would you meet me on the roof tonight? I got a surprise for you.
To the man who needs no introduction. Please give a warm welcome to the man who needs no introduction, President and CEO of the NAACP, Derek Johnson.
Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests, members of the Board of Directors, and all of you here in support of the NAACP, tonight we gather to present the highest distinction of the NAACP, the Spingarn Medal. We look to pay tribute to an extraordinary woman whose profound strength and unwavering courage have made an indelible mark on our community for over 5 decades. Dr. Hazel Dukes, or Ma Dukes as we know her, has been known as a guiding force actively changing the lives of millions of Black Americans, most especially those from her hometown of New York. From Nassau County to the NAACP, Hazel Dukes is more than a hometown hero, she's a national icon. Dr. Dukes' tireless pursuit of justice has been a beacon for our network of activists and continuously inspires us and guides us in our fight for civil rights. She was elected as president of the New York State Conference in 1977, and a little over a decade later was elected to the National Board of Directors and as national president of the board. Only the second to ever to do so at that time. While serving as a leader of the NAACP during the 70s and 80s, she also served on the Democratic National Committee under 3 different White House administrations with an extensive background of work around housing, education, economic development, civic engagement, and youth development. Dr. Dukes remains devoted to improving the quality of life in all aspects of the lived experience for people of color. Her visionary leadership and tireless fight for shared freedom has allowed Black Americans to flourish and thrive. As her colleagues and friend, I have had the distinct privilege of witnessing her exceptional dedication and unwavering commitment to ensuring that every Black American has the opportunity and resources necessary to thrive. I find immense inspiration in her accomplishment, and she serves as an outstanding role model not only for myself, but also for the next generation of young Black activists. Tonight, as we sit down to reflect on this past week and how it will inform the work ahead, let us not forget those who brought us here. The Spingarn Medal is a prestigious honor recognizing the highest and noblest achievement of Black Americans in their fields of work. This year, we are privileged to have former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton present the Spingarn Medal to Dr. Hazel Dukes in acknowledgement of her exceptional contributions to the NAACP, the state of New York, and the nation through her tireless activism in advancing civil rights. As we gather this evening, let's celebrate the impact of Dr. Dukes has had on the NAACP as she joins the distinguished list of previous Spingarn Medal recipients, including remarkable figures such as Dr. Martin Luther King, Maya Angelou, and W.E.B.D. Du Bois. Dr. Hazel Dukes truly exemplifies the spirit of this prestigious award. Her name will forever be etched in history as an advocate, leader, and inspiration for generations to come. Her dedication to the needs of Black America has been unwavering, and we applaud her for her outstanding contributions to our community. May we continue to draw strength from her example as we press forward in our mission to advance civil rights and continue to thriving together. Thank you for gathering to honor my angel, Dr. Dukes.
Look who's back. All right. Today, we presented 3 films in our cinematic shorts competition and invited you to cast your vote for the one you like the most. All 6 finalists in our competition are victorious, and they will each receive an all-expenses-paid trip to Los Angeles, California to attend the prestigious 55th NAACP Image Awards and engage with influential industry executives. Additionally, the 2 directors behind the grand-winning short film will be granted $10,000 each to support the development of their next film in collaboration with the NAACP Hollywood Bureau. So, thank you. That feels like, oh, he's trying. I love you. So without further ado, the winning films of this year's Cinematic Shorts competition is, drum roll, The Paper Route by Tyler Barnes and Jeffrey Jackson. Congratulations, Tyler and Jeffrey. We going to the Image Awards. And I'm coming too, just like that. All right. Y'all look hungry. I hear stomachs grumbling. I'm gonna let y'all, and then dinner is served.
Hello, I'm Donald Comer, Staff Vice President of Decision Science and Analytics at FedEx, and a proud Silver Life member of the NAACP. FedEx is proud to be a longtime supporter of the NAACP. Our support reflects our belief that diversity in business means supporting and rewarding talent in all colors and backgrounds. It also means giving back to the diverse communities that we serve. FedEx connects people and businesses in more than 220 countries and territories. From Harlem to Hong Kong, from Mexico City to Madrid, the world of FedEx is a portrait of diversity. Our philanthropic investments help to empower minority students and young professionals to become effective leaders in school, business, and the community, and forge deep connections among diverse individuals committed to achieving success. One of the investments that we are most proud of is our collaboration with historically Black colleges and universities. We are driving awareness and additional support to the incredible programming at HBCUs nationwide through a multi-year commitment with 8 HBCUs across the country. Our collaboration with these institutions of higher learning is designed to help prepare students for the workforce beyond formal education. And I am so proud of the work on the horizon that will further spotlight HBCUs and offer unique experiences for our young students. At FedEx, we recognize that creating an environment where people of all backgrounds and cultures can contribute and grow is not just good for business, it's the right thing to do. On behalf of our more than 530,000 FedEx team members worldwide, we salute the NAACP. We also acknowledge the outstanding contributions of the 2023 Spingarn Award recipient, Dr. Hazel N. Dukes.
My name is Maurice Coleman, and I am a global commercial banking executive with Bank of America here in Boston, Massachusetts. I am excited to be here today to welcome all of you to our amazing city. As many of you know, Bank of America's partnership with the NAACP goes back over 20 years. Our relationship and partnership deepened in 2009 when we helped you celebrate your 100th anniversary in New York City. And we invited the former president and CEO, Ben Jealous, to join the company's National Community Advisory Council. And now, our relationship continues to expand and move forward with President and CEO Derek Johnson serving as an active member of our advisory council today. We are proud to work with the oldest civil rights organization in the country on critical issues like racial equality, economic opportunity, civil engagement, economic development, and social justice. So I am beyond humbled and honored to celebrate my mentor and dear friend, Dr. Hazel Dukes, as this year's recipient of the prestigious Spingarn Medal in recognition for her decades of visionary leadership, transformative advocacy, and brave action. Established in 1915, the Spingarn Medal honors the man or woman of African descent and American citizenship who has made the highest achievement in any honorable field. People like Hank Aaron, Marian Anderson, Alvin Ailey, Maya Angelou, and Dr. Martin Luther King. Dr. Dukes, you personify the spirit of this award, and we're thrilled to celebrate you and this amazing achievement. For over 50 years, Dr. Dukes, you have served as the president of the NAACP New York State Conference, as a board member of the National Board and the Executive Committee. In the village of Harlem, a place that we both call home, is a place where you are known as a living legend for your dynamic leadership, your devoted track record for improving the quality of life of all New Yorkers across the state. So on behalf of that village, Dr. Dukes, I say thank you for your work with Mayor Deakins, your work with Congressman Charlie Rangel, Senator Basil Patterson, Chairman Percy Sutton, and Reverend Dr. Calvin Bucks. Please know that the village of Harlem salutes you. You're a national icon, a pure inspiration, and the absolute perfect recipient for the Spingarn Medal. Congratulations, Dr. Dukes, from me, from my family, and all of my colleagues at Bank of America, as well as the millions of Americans that have benefited from your incredible life and legacy with the NAACP.
Hello, everyone. I am so excited to share with you a soul-stirring project, so personal to me. It is the bold new vision of The Color Purple, which debuts in theaters everywhere this Christmas. And I am thrilled for you all to see this magical reimagining. It is bursting at the seams with love, hope, faith, fantastic music, beautiful sisterhood, and soul. And our all-star cast is not to be missed. But this is bigger than the cast or the filmmakers or any one of us. This is all of our story. It is a transformative message of love and healing that will truly, I think, take your breath away. And I look forward to hearing from you all as we share this magnificent film and powerful message throughout the world. I'm thankful for your support, and today I'm overjoyed to share a glimpse of this wonderful film and its powerful message with you. And I hope we're going to see you and your families and your entire congregation in theaters with us this Christmas for The Color Purple.
Today, our teacher taught us about a place called Africa. She say our mamas come from Queens over there. That means that we, royalty.
I don't need you to love me.
Afternoon, I needs me a wife.
Even if we have to part, you and me, us have one heart.
I don't need
Get off my land!
you.
I rat you every day! Daddy! Nothing but death can keep me from it.
Oh, Miss Celie!
You must ain't got no kinfolk around these parts.
All I had was my sister. She was the only one ever loved me. I'm gonna hold my head up. I'm gonna put my shoulders back.
It's time for you to see the world.
There's gonna be some changes made.
Put it on. This ain't me.
Hush.
We need to look like we belong. Let's see this smile and color.
You sweet and loving God.
Showing my heart to the folks that are close to you.
Now we're talking.
Dear Celie, we are more than just kings and queens. We are at the center of the universe.
Oh, yes, I am.
And now for our dinner service entertainment. Please welcome Angelina Hightower and the unit.
Take until you speak, babe, 'cause I can't live my life without you here by my side. Ooh, oh yeah. Ooh. Don't ever wonder. Don't ever wonder.
One, two.
More volume on the drummer, please. More volume on the drummer's voice.
1, 2.
Let's go. Honey, I know that you didn't know that loving me would be like this. But you're not alone. My mind was blown. I could not resist. And now I find myself taken over by the feeling. 'Cause I know within my heart it's too late to say goodbye now. But there's a place in me that belongs to you, baby. So relax and be mine. Now that love's taking over me, oh, what will I do now? Now that love's taking over, oh, baby, I'll show you how it feels to live in ecstasy. Ecstasy. Now that love's taking over, oh, baby. Too bad for you. You can't free yourself from me. And don't bother to. You'll have to stay here forever. And now you find yourself taken over by the feeling. 'Cause you know within your heart it's too late to say goodbye now. But there's a place in you that belongs to me, baby. So relax and be mine. Honey, I can't feel sorry for you. And you got me loving you so much, I just can't let go. You should have known one day that love was gonna catch up to you. And now you know. Now that love's taking over me, oh, what will I do now? Now that love's taking over, oh, baby, I'll show you how it feels to live in ecstasy. Ecstasy, ecstasy. Now that love's taking over, baby, love's taking over. Now that love's taking over, and now that it has, what will you do? Now that love's taking over, baby, I'll show you how it feels to live in ecstasy. Ecstasy, ecstasy. Now that love Now that love's taking over me. What will I do now? Now that love's taking over. Baby, I'll show you how it feels to live in ecstasy, ecstasy. Now that love's taking over. Baby, love's taking over. Now that love's taking over me. And now that it has, whatever you do. Now that love's taking over. Baby, I'll show you how it feels to live in ecstasy. Ecstasy, ecstasy. Now that love's taking over. Oh, sing it with me. That's the way love goes. That's the way love goes. That's the way love goes. Come with me, don't you worry. I'm gonna make you crazy. I'll give you the time of your life. I'm gonna take you places you've never been before, and you'll be so happy that you came. Ooh, I'm gonna take you there. Ooh, that's the way love goes. Ooh, that's the way love goes. That's the way love goes. That's the way love goes. Don't mind if I light candles. I like to watch us, baby. Baby, I've got on what you like. Come closer, baby, closer. Reach out and feel my body. I'm gonna give you all my love. And sugar, don't you hurry. You got me here all night. Just close your eyes and hold on tight. Oh, baby, don't stop, don't stop. Go deeper, baby, deeper. You feel so good, I'm gonna cry. Ooh, I'm gonna take you there. Oh, that's the way love goes. Ooh, that's the way love goes. That's the way love goes. It goes, it goes. That's the way love goes. That's the way love goes. Don't mind if take you there. Oh, that's the way love goes. Ooh, that's the way love goes. 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 Don't you know? Oh, that's the way love. Don't mind if I light candles. That's the way love goes. That's the way love goes. It's the way love goes. That's the way love goes. That's the way love goes. That's the way love goes. It goes, it goes. That's the way love goes. That's the way love goes. That's the way love. That's the way love. That's the way love goes. That's the way. That's the way love goes.
1 2 1 2 1 2
I need volume on 17. Volume on 17, please. I see you across the room talking to some men. I love your mannerisms, baby, the way you handle them. Oh, I'm so proud to be with you, so attracted to you too. You're so damn good to me. I'm loving what you do, boy. I am so in love with you, so in love with you, so in love with you, so in love. I'm so in love with you, so in love with you, so in love with you. I'm so in love with you, yes. I'm so I'm so in love with you, and I can't help myself. As long as that's me and you, I don't need no one else. Oh no, girl, I got you. Got you. Make it last forever. I'm so in love with you, yes. I need to get away. Yeah. Go home and throw my clothes on. Come get you right away. It's good to see you looking lovely. I hope you're thinking of me, 'cause all I want is time with you. So in love with you, so in love with you, so in love with you, so in love. I'm so in love with you, so in love with you, so in love with you, so in love. So in love with you, so in love with you, so in love with you, so in love. So in love with you, so in love with you, so in love with you. I see you across the room talking to some man. I love your mannerisms, baby, the way you handle them. Oh, I'm so proud to be with you, so attracted to you too. You're so damn good to me. I'm loving what you do, boy. I am so in love with you, so in love with you, so in love with you, so in love. I'm so in love with you, so in love with you, so in love with you, so I'm so in love with you, so in love with you, so in love with you, so
time? Where does it stop? Why do you dare me? Draw the line. You got the body, now you want my soul. Don't even think about it, say no go. Yeah, I'll do anything that you want me to. Yeah, but I do almost anything that you want me to. Yeah, but I can't go for that. No, no, no can do. I can't go for that. No, no. No can do, I can't go for that. No, no, no can do, I can't go for that. Can't go for that. Can't go for that. Can't go for that. I can't go for being twice as nice. I can't go for just repeating the same old line. You got the body, now you want my soul. Oh, forget about it now, say no go. Yeah, I'll do anything that you want me to. Yeah, I do almost anything that you want me to. Yeah, but I can't go for that. No, no, no can do. I can't go for that. No, no, no can do. I can't go for that. No, no, no can do. I can't go for that. Can't go for that. Can't go for that. Can't go for that. I can't go for that. No, no, no can do. I can't go for that. No, no, no can do. I can't go for that. No, no, no can do. I can't go for that. Can't go for that. Can't go for that. Can't go for that. Yeah. That you want me to, yeah. I do almost anything that you want me to, yeah. But I can't go for that. No, no, no can do. I can't go for that. No, no, no can do. I can't go for that. No, no. No can do, I can't go for that. Can't go for that. Can't go for that. Can't go for that. I can't go for that. No, no, no can do, I can't go for that. No, no, no can do, I can't go for that. No, no, no can do, I can't go for that. Can't go for that. Can't go for that. Can't go for that.
Thank you. I need volume on 17. Volume on 17, please. Volume on microphone 17. I still can't hear you, sir. What's your number? 16 and 17 need volume. I can't hear them up here. Put it in the monitors, please. Put it in the monitors, please. Yes. Let's take a walk, y'all. Let's take a walk. Let's take a walk. Let's go.
Dig your company.
your style, your smile, your peace mentality. Lord, have mercy on me. I was blind, now I can see what a king's supposed to be. And baby, I feel free. Come on and roll with me. Let's take a long walk around the park after dark. Find a spot for us to spark conversation, verbal elation, stimulation. Share our situation, temptation, education, relaxation, elevation. Or make a we can talk about sober 3118. Your background, it ain't squeaky clean. Shoot, sometimes we all gotta swim upstream. You ain't a saint, but all a sinner. But you put your good foot down, you make your soul the winner. I respect that, and you're so fat, and you're all that, plus supreme. Then you're humble, man, I'm yo with feeling. I can feel everything that you bring. Let's take a long walk around the park after dark. Find a spot for us to spark conversation, verbal elation, stimulation. Share our situation, temptation, education, relaxation, elevation. Or maybe we can talk about Proverbs 31:18. Or maybe we can see a movie, or maybe we can see a play on Saturday. Or maybe we can roll a tree and feel the breeze and listen to a symphony. Maybe chillin' just me, or maybe we can take a cruise and listen to the roots. Or maybe eat some passion fruit, or maybe cry to the blues. Or maybe we could just be silent. Come on, let's take a long walk around the park after dark. Find a spot for us to spark conversation, verbal elation, simulation. Share our situation, temptation, education, relaxation, elevation. Or maybe we can talk about something entirety. Let's take a long walk around the park after dark and find a spot for us to spark conversation, verbal elation, simulation. Share our situation, temptation, education, relaxation, elevation. Or maybe we could talk about something entirety. Or maybe we could see a movie, or maybe we could see a play on Saturday. Or maybe we can roll a tree and feel the breeze and listen to a symphony. Maybe chillin' just be. Or maybe we could take a cruise and listen to the roots. Or maybe eat some passion fruit. Or maybe cry to the blues. Or maybe we could just be silent. Come on, let's take a long walk around the park after dark. Find a spot for us to spark conversation, verbal elation, stimulation. Share our situation, temptation, education, relaxation, elevation. Or maybe, baby, maybe we could save a nation. Come on, come on, hey, come on, hey, come on. Mr. Nate Fuller and Mr. Mike Rollins on saxophone.
Please welcome to the stage Chairman of the NAACP National Board of Directors, Leon W. Russell.
Good evening. Now I'm going to do something unprecedented and tell you to sit down and shut up. If everyone could take your seat. Shh. We are not in the halls of Congress. Please take your seats if you're a congressperson. In 1914, 5 years after the founding of the NAACP, as a major effort to foster pride in the accomplishment of Black Americans, educator and civil rights activist Joel E. Spingarn, then the chairman of the NAACP, established a gold medal, the Spingarn Medal, to be awarded annually by the association for the highest and noblest achievement of an American Negro. This award brought the attention of the public to Americans of African descent who each year made significant contributions in many fields of endeavor. In 1915, an award committee was set up by the NAACP National Board of Directors, consisting of Oswald Garrison Viard, James H. Dillard, Bishop John Hurst, John Hope, and ex-President William Howard Taft. The awarding of the Spingarn Medal at once became a major event for the NAACP and Black Americans. On his death, Joel E. Spingarn bequeathed a sum to be held in trust to pay and provide for the continuance of the annual award and presentation of a gold medal to be struck and designated as the Spingarn Medal, which shall be issued annually to the living man or woman of African descent and American citizenship who shall have made the highest achievement during the previous year or years in any honorable field of endeavor, and who shall be designated by the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People or the Spingarn Committee. Today, the roll of 107 Spingarn medalists vividly illustrates the singular achievements, the progress, and the contributions which have been made to this nation by Black Americans. Despite seemingly insurmountable obstacles, so the 108th NAACP Spingarn Medal booklets at your tables tonight include the complete roster of these distinguished and extraordinary American citizens. Tonight, we have a stellar honoree who is a mother and an exemplary leader, colleague, community organizer, civil rights activist, a sister, a soror, and authentic friend. Dr. Hazel Nell Dukes is an African-American transformative servant and leader and advocate. We are awestruck by her indomitable spirit. She refuses to just talk about it. She models her willingness to be about it. Without a doubt, the metrics for high achievers are strength, dedication, determination, courage, and starch in your spine to stand up steady and steadfast through it all. Although women have been overlooked, underestimated, and marginalized, the Spingarn Medal awardees serve as a rebuttal to this misconception. On this night of award recognition and treasured memories, in the words of youth poet laureate Amanda Gorman, there is always a light if we dare to see it. There is always a light if we are brave enough to be it. Just imagine, just imagine, just imagine. Thank you.
I like Hazel because there's a history of me being named Hazel. What's that history? My grandmother, my dad's mother on his side, she had twins, and they died at birth. And they died like 4 days after they were born, I'm told. And they had named them, the girl, it was a girl and a boy. They named the girl Hazel, and they named the boy Cornell. And so my parents decided when they had a child, because my dad was the oldest of his siblings, that if it was a boy, it would be named Cornell, because my dad was named Edwards, and he would be named Cornell, and they was going to put my dad's name in there some way. And if it was a girl, it was going to be Hazel. And so that's how I became a Hazel for aunt and uncle that I never knew or never seen before.
Legacy, love, and unity are the keystones to this inspirational family. And when faced with adversity, it was always legacy that prevailed. Here to introduce Mrs. Merle Evers are Rena Evers Everett and Faith Blackburn Proctor.
Oh, baby. Even though she pays me no attention.
Well, good evening, family. My name is Faith Blackburn Proctor, and a tribute to my Mama Dukes. We love you so much. My sisters Anna, Rose, and I have been around Hazel most of our lives. Outside of Ronald and Denise, I believe we were her first set of NAACP kids, and we consider ourselves our first set of kids. As many of you know, my mom, the Honorable Judge Laura D. Blackburn, served as legal counsel for the New York State NAACP Conference, as well as for the National Association. Mom and Aunt Hazel have been known as New York's dynamic duo, Young Turks. If you saw one, you saw the other. If there was injustice somewhere, they were there in the fight together. From Howard Beach to Sean Bell to Stop and Frisk, Aunt Hazel and Mom have been on the forefront of fighting for racism and oppression for our brothers and sisters in New York. From the streets to the boardroom, they fought all the time. And my dad, Elmer, bruh, as she used to call him, was right along with them, all along. And of course, my sisters and I were dragged along for the ride. But guess what? Being in the midst of freedom fighters like Aunt Hazel and Mom and Dad gave us purpose, and the three of us served, and she served as a role model. It is because of them, my sisters and I have all been in the fight for justice with the NAACP, serving on committees and as officers. Aunt Hazel, you have left a strong legacy, and we will always carry the torch of justice because of you. We thank you for all that you have done and all that you have ingrained in our soul. Mom and Dad, wish they could be here with you this evening to receive this Spingarn medal, and I am honored that they have asked me to represent the family here with you. Thank you, and we love you.
Good evening. I'm Rena Evers Everett. And you know, Auntie Hazel, you have so many children, and I'm right along there with you. Wow, you know, Auntie Hazel, you have been in my life for almost a lifetime. She's not only worked alongside my father, Medgar, she's my mother's sister's sister in this struggle for peace, justice, and equality. Auntie Hazel, without women in my life like you, like my mother, like so many, I've often wondered what my life would be. You two have lifted me to highest heights so I can fly, so all of us could fly, just like you and Mama. It was 60 years ago at Dad's funeral where Roy Wilkins introduced me to you. As I watched you interact with people, right away, I knew you were dynamic, tenacious, and a person with a gold heart. I remember when Aunt Hazel came into herself, shut down a destructive, disrespectful voice in a board meeting by attacking them with a shoe to restore order, then came back and said, I don't think you're gonna mess with my sister today. Auntie Hazel, you're a fierce fighter and a fighter for all that you believe in. With a quick wit and amazing mind, she's such a determined human being. She is a rock solid. She speaks her truth, and she's always the protector. Auntie Hazel, you're the epitome of family and the head of our family. We love you so much. Congratulations.
Dr. Dukes, my dear friend, I am so honored to be able to announce and see you presented with the Spingarn Award for this year. No one deserves this more than you. You have been on the battlefield for a number of years for this organization. You have fought through tears, and I might say a few words spoken under your breath when things were tough in our board meetings. But you have stood by an organization that you love dearly and that you have served so well. You deserve the Spingarn Award. I'm so pleased to say it is presented to you. We thank you And we love you for all that you have done for each and every one of us, and especially for the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People. May God bless you always. Thank you.
With a voice that resonates with soulful passion, she has captivated audiences worldwide, using her music as a force for positive change. Please welcome, with a special tribute to Dr. Hazel Dukes, Danielle Ponder.
I was born by the river in a little tent. Oh, just like the river, I've been running ever since. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change is gonna come. Oh, yes, it will. It's been too hard living. Lord, I'm afraid to die. Lord, I don't know what's out there in that great big old sky. It's been a long time coming, but I know change gonna come. Yes, it will. Well, I go down to my brother, and I say, brother, why don't you help me, please? Lord. And he winds up knocking me, well, knocking me, Lord, right down on my knees, Lord. Oh, it's been times when I thought, oh, we wouldn't last for long. I look around, I know we're able to carry on. My God, it's been a long time coming, but I know a change is gonna come. Oh, yes, it will. Don't you know a change? Do you believe a change is gonna come? Don't you know a change? Do you believe a change is gonna come? Well, I know a change gonna come. Yes, it will. I know a change gonna come.
When I became the president of the NAACP, my mom was still living. Well, let me tell about going back to Alabama when we buried my mom. The governor of Alabama sent, my mom is buried in the first integrated cemetery in Montgomery. The mayor of Montgomery, my mom, the church, my mother's church is on Rosa Parks Boulevard. We went back to Montgomery and we had that service there. And the mayor had the the Montgomery police to escort our procession all the way to the cemetery. And when we got there, they saluted my mom, the casket. And that was the highlight, too, of me giving a farewell to my mom in such a way because the work I had done for NAACP. That was really a highlight in my life, that while she had not been honored or she had been never addressed when she was in Alabama as Miss or Mrs., it was girl or whatever, that I had lived, and in her death, the work that I had been doing made people have to respect this black woman who had given so much. So that was really a highlight in my life for the work of the NAACP.
Coming to the stage, Elsie Cook Holmes, International President and Chair of the Board of Directors for Delta Sigma Theta Incorporated, and Ethel Isaacs Williams, National President of the Links Incorporated.
Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests and fellow trailblazers, tonight we gather to honor a living legend, a force to be reckoned with, Dr. Hazel Dukes. Yes, go ahead. In the Links Incorporated, an organization founded on friendship and service, she has left an indelible mark as a true champion. For decades, she has selflessly served in local and national positions, guiding and inspiring us all, myself included. Her Midas touch has blazed countless trails for others to follow, and her authenticity and wisdom resonate with each word she speaks. She's affectionately known as Mama Dukes. She embodies fortitude and faith, leaving us all feeling loved, valued, but most of all, feeling seen. Dr. Dukes, you are a force, a true champion for justice, community, women, children, and the least of us. Your legacy will continue to bless this nation and the world for generations to come.
Dr. Hazel Dukes is a living legend in Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. She is a dynamic, dedicated, and committed member who has contributed much to the life of our sorority. She is beloved by members throughout the state of New York, the Eastern region, and our entire sisterhood. When Dr. Dukes speaks, we all listen. And when we see Dr. Dukes in action, making a difference in the NAACP, in the state of New York, and the nation, we all beam with pride. Dr. Dukes, to name a few things, serves on the Delta for Women in Action inaugural Chisholm Jordan Institute Committee, and she received the highest social action award that Delta bestows, the Althea T.L. Simmons Award. And she was the only woman to second the motion for then presidential candidate and our soror, Shirley Chisholm, at the Democratic National Convention. I met Sarah Dukes in the late 1980s, and our friendship blossomed even more after she joined the organization. Witnessing her initiation into Delta in January 1992 was an unforgettable moment. Already an icon in the NAACP, Sarah Dukes fearlessly confronted social justice issues in New York City, the state, and the nation. And when she brought that same spirit of activism to the sorority, she ignited a fire within us all. Sarah Dukes is authentic, outspoken, and down to earth. She tells it like it is, confronting the very issues impacting our communities. Her excitement to become a member of Delta was unmatched, and she has been a strong supporter of my leadership journey ever since. I am forever grateful for her encouragement and her friendship.
Dr. Dukes, you have enriched the lives of so many, countless individuals through your work, your mentorship, and unyielding passion, I mean passion for justice. Your legacy as a champion for the least of us is also unmatched. And we stand here today inspired by your strength and commitment to making the world a better place. As we honor your remarkable journey, we remember that you are not just a living legend, but an embodiment of hope and empowerment for this generation and for many generations to come. Thank you, Dr. Hazel Dukes. Thank you, Dr. Hazel Dukes, for being a true force and for blessing us all with your wisdom, with your heart, and your unwavering dedication to making a difference every day. With the members of the Links Incorporated that are gathered under the sound of my voice this evening, will you please stand in honor of this magnificent, extraordinary servant leader, Dr. Dukes.
And I know some of you are standing already, but with the members of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated who are here, please stand. You all can remain standing, our Link sisters and our Delta sisters. On behalf of your sisters everywhere, Dr. Dukes, we congratulate you, we salute you, we love you, and we wish for you God's richest congratulations.
I want to extend my personal congratulations to the extraordinary Dr. Hazel Dukes. Over the years, your passion, your compassion, your work, your drive, your commitment to justice and all that is good has been a force in the world, and no one more deserving of this Spingarn Award than you. I celebrate you, I honor you, I praise you, Dr. Hazel Dukes.
Please welcome to the stage a trailblazer in the realm of public service and leadership, a champion of women's rights, social progress, and global diplomacy, the distinguished former Secretary of State, Senator from New York, and First Lady of the United States, Hillary Rodham Clinton.
She caught me by surprise, I must say, 'cause I never had seen such a pretty face with such a warm and beautiful smile. It wasn't hard for me to notice her style. I was fascinated.
Good evening. It is so good to be here with all of you for the 114th annual convention of the NAACP. And I want to thank President Derek Johnson and Chairman Leon Russell and Vice Chair Karen Boykin Towns for bringing us all together. I also want to acknowledge Governor Healy of Massachusetts, who is in this great crowd, and Mayor Michelle Wu of Boston, who's here as well. And Governor Healy has reminded me 3 times today that the very first NAACP chapter was right here in Boston. Personally, I am deeply grateful for all that you do on the front lines, pushing America to be a better and fairer country. You and your predecessors have marched, sat in, stood up, and spoke out to bring us closer to our founding ideals of equality for all. Well, you can't stop now, my friends. There is still so much work to be done, and there are a lot of familiar faces in this crowd who have been literally on the front lines pushing for change and trying to stop the clock from being turned back for many years. I am delighted to have been asked to present tonight's Spingarn Medal for Outstanding Achievement to my longtime friend, colleague, partner in so many important causes, Dr. Hazel Dukes. You know, as a public servant, an activist, and president of the NAACP New York State Conference, Hazel has spent her entire life lifting up others in the pursuit of justice and equality. So what a joy it is to celebrate her long history of public service and activism. Every time I see Hazel, and I've been lucky enough to see her over many years, I think of that great phrase from Galatians, "Let us not become weary in doing good, for in due season we will reap a harvest if we do not give up." And Hazel joins a long list of distinguished awardees who have not given up. Thurgood Marshall, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., Langston Hughes, just to name a few. But I'm thinking back to the first woman to receive this award, Mary B. Talbert, in 1922. Like Hazel, she was a New Yorker and an activist for civil rights 100 years ago. Like Hazel, she was a highly educated, ambitious, caring woman in a world that didn't always respect the intelligence and personhood of Black women. And like Hazel, she fought for racial justice, for women's rights, and for the simple but profound idea that all people under God should be treated equally. Well, Hazel, you have carried on that tradition of profound strength and courage for now more than 75 years. From her work as the first Black employee in the Nassau County District Attorney's Office in 1966, to her time as serving as the first Black vice chair of the Nassau County Democratic Committee, and through her many and various leadership roles at the NAACP, Hazel has broken countless barriers to bring about long-lasting social change. It would literally be impossible to count the numbers of lives she's touched, but I know personally how much she has touched my life. It has been an extraordinary privilege to have had her support over the years and a blessing to call her a friend. Throughout my own career in public service, Dr. Hazel Dukes has been a treasured, trusted advisor, someone I could call on at any moment when I needed advice, even if I didn't always hear what I wanted to hear. So we have made and lived history together, although she was doing both a long time before we met. And I am one of the countless women and men that she has mentored, supported, and inspired. I will always be grateful for the gift of her wisdom, her humor, and her grace. On behalf of the NAACP, it is my great honor to present Dr. Hazel Dukes with the Spingarn Medal for Outstanding Achievement and the gratitude of all of us. Thank you, Hazel.
Dr. Hazel Nell Dukes is president of the NAACP's New York State Conference, and she's one of the longest-serving members of the NAACP National Board of Directors. At 91 years old, she tells it like it is, and her voice is as strong and powerful as ever. She's an activist, an educator, a historian, an entrepreneur, a living legend unafraid to cross cultures and boundaries in her push for progress in New York State and beyond. There is something within Hazel Mama Dukes that informs her activism. Perhaps something similar was within her neighbor, Rosa Parks, and E.D. Nixon, a family friend, and many others in Montgomery, Alabama, where she and the civil rights movement were born. That something took the reins when Dr. Dukes moved to New York City in 1955. Her quest for a home within a good school district for her son Ronald was the serendipitous beginning to a lifetime of activism, altruism, and advocacy. Steadfast and unwavering, Dr. Dukes integrated the Roslyn Garden Apartments on the North Shore of Long Island.
I was the only black there. I was proud. I was on the front page of Long Island Press.
From school boards to urban renewal, she set out to fundamentally change the condition of black people. A fighter, she stared down racism and sexism, leaning in rather than running away. She's built a confluence of business, political, and cultural allies. She was an influencer before it was a social media thing, a champion of diversity, equity, and inclusion before they were corporate buzzwords. Mama Dukes moves easily between luminaries and locals. And just as she was mentored by C. Dolores Tucker and Enolia McMillan, Mama Dukes has mentored many. And after nearly 70 years of service, there is still a burning desire within Dr. Hazel Dukes that does not tire. She's a fierce advocate for public school children and voting rights. Dr. Hazel Dukes has received numerous awards.
She's a woman who is inspired, she's empowered, she's elevated women and people of color, not only in the state of New York, but all across this nation.
Through the magnitude of her contributions, she's let the world know that she has something within. And with gratitude and appreciation, Dr. Hazel Nell Dukes is the 108th recipient of the NAACP's highest honor, the Spingarn Medal.
Hazel Dukes.
thank you to my dear friend, Hillary Rodham Clinton. You have been on the front line of history with me on so many occasions. My sister friend. To Chairman Leon Russell, one of the children, Vice Chair Karen Boykin Towns, President and CEO Derek Johnson, I will have him under the tent also. Our NAACP National Board of Directors and Trustees and those warriors. To Dr. Marcella Maxwell, the Spingarn Committee, to all of the NAACP members and friends, my Lynx and Delta sisters, the chancellor of the largest public school, Chancellor Banks, my son, Randy Weingart, UFT. I'm humbled to accept this Spingarn Medal with utmost grace and unwavering dedication to the NAACP. First, I give glory to God for his grace and mercy. For without him, this 91-year-old woman, strong woman, would not be standing before you. I'm overwhelmed with joy and gratitude this evening to be included among this distinguished list of Spingarn medalists. This medal serves as a recognition of my life work and also reflect positively on those who have walked with me over the past 70 years. My mentors, confidants, battle buddies, mentees, and all who have supported me. What a blessing for me to be with my family tonight, and to know that my name, Hazel Nell Dukes, is etched in NAACP history and American history with civil rights legends like W.E. Du Bois, Medgar Evers Wiley, Lena Horne, Dorothy Irene Height, Jesse Jackson, Andrew Young, Jesse Norman, Julian Bond, and last but not least, certainly my sister in the movement, Chairman Emeritus, Merle Evers Williams, who I love dearly and represented this evening by her daughter, my niece, Rena. For this little black girl from Montgomery, Alabama, these 70 years for me ain't been no crystal stairs. They have been filled with rivers of tears, swollen feet, sleepless nights, endless flights, insults, and betrayals. But through it all, God has kept me. Over these past few years, God has blessed me with incredible honors, accolades, and most important, overwhelming love. My civil rights activists come natural. As a native Montgomery, Alabama, the heart of the civil rights movement, I have painful memories of segregated schools with used books that included racial slurs and pages torn out. Though I was young, I knew something was wrong. I didn't understand it, I couldn't communicate it, but I knew something was not right. Rosie Parks was my neighbor. I could stand on my front porch and greet her in the mornings. In my 20s, I met Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. as a young volunteer with the NAACP. I was so proud when he commended me for my work with the association. Watching the work of Mrs. Parks, Dr. King, and Medgar Evers, with Murley by his side, inspired me to fight the good fight. Their example continued to remind me that we must take bold steps to confront racism and advocate for civil rights. I believe we must continue to fight tirelessly against voter suppression laws and mobilize communities to rise in awareness about the importance of fair elections. In my time as an NAACP leader, my greatest privilege has been to mentor those growing up in the association. I hope that my legacy leaves a roadmap for younger generations to learn and use as they carry this movement forward. My greatest legacy is the son that God blessed me with, my one and only Ronald Lewis Duke. Stand up, son. I love you, son. Thank you for sharing with me and the NAACP all these years. Son, thank you for your patience and understanding when I was away from you at numerous NAACP meetings and activities, working for strong Black men like you. No matter where I was, I carried you with me in my heart. Tonight, I remember my mentors, women such as Lucille Black, Muriel Outlaw, Gertrude Gorman, Althea T.L. Simmons, Ida Boone, and men like Kelly Alexander, the Reverend Dr. Benjamin Lawson Hooks, Bishop Graves, Jesse Turner Sr., Bill Oliver, Damon Keefe, William Bill Lucy, who taught me the interworkings of this great association, and Tom Turner, who taught me how to run an NAACP convention. There's also a very special mentor. After 50 years plus, I still depend on her. She's not only taught me the history of the NAACP, but more importantly, how to carry myself in powerful rooms full of men. She is the matriarch of our NAACP, and at 97 years of age, she is still working with us, educating us, and inspiring us each day. Mildred Bond Roxburgh, thank you. I'm grateful for my confidant, who stood with me on the brightest days and my darkest nights. Judge Laura Blackburn and my sister, Dr. Frances Brisbane. Laura Blackburn and her husband, Elmer, by her side, were always instrumental in making the New York State Conference what it is today. Laura and I were the duos. We rocked Albany. We rocked Albany. To my sister Frances Brisbane, you have been there with me from the beginning. Thank you always for covering and supporting me and my family. Thank you to my battle buddies and chief strategist, Attorney James G. and the late Maxine Smith, who labored in the trenches with me. I want to personally thank my sister friend, Dr. Marcella Maxwell, for your unwavering support of me over these years. New York politics produced the best, and I'm eternally grateful to Percy Sutton, Basil Patterson, Charles B. Ringel, David Dinkins, Al Sharpton, Mark Muriel, David Patterson, and many others for ensuring that I've always been respected, a voice at the table. I would like to acknowledge my fellow Region 2 leaders, Scott X. Xdale, Richard T. Smith, Richard Mouse Smith from Delaware, and Attorney Michael Curry. Thank you for your leadership and support. And to my staff, who continue to have my back and work tireless behind the scene so I can do the work of NAACP, thank you. I would not be here without the late Harriet Chris High, who served over 30 years with me, Julie Baker, Loretta Wentz, Hilda Rogers, Lottie Tan, Thomas Waters, Karen Blandon, Gloria Benefield, Liz Mitchell, and Janine Jones. In closing, it brings me joy to know my godchildren and mentees will continue to carry out my legacy. My children that I have reared, retired NYPD detective and head of the NAACP Security, Deborah Denise Anderson. Chairman Emeritus Rosalind Brock, Paula Brown Edmay, NAACP National Board members and Convention Chair Michael Turner, NAACP Foundation, Nicholas Wiggins, Vice Chair Karen Boykin Towns, Darrell Towns, Chairman of New York State Parole, Siobhan Arline Bradley, National Council of Negro Women, Joe Taker Edie, Full Circle Strategy, Board of Trustees and Budget, Jackie Williams, Carla Ransom, Dr. Malcolm Bird, Pastor of Mother Zion, my own pastor who served me, the Reverend Monty Chandler. And then Miles Hollingworth, president of the New York State Conference Youth and College Chapter. With humility and fortitude, it is my hope that my accomplishments have had an impact on society and the lives of so many. As I often say, if I can help somebody as I travel along this way, then my living shall have not been in vain. I want to leave you tonight. By God's grace and mercy, I want you to know I'm not tired yet. With every breath in my body, I will continue to advocate and do the work necessary to stop those trying to turn back the hand of time. I will continue to encourage young people to assume leadership role in this association so we can strive together. Tonight, to my NAACP family, to men and women who have traveled from far and near to be with me tonight, you have warmed my heart. You have made this moment so special for me. As I have said to the children, names that I've called, there will be only 1 hour of service. So tonight you have given me my flowers. You have sent me off in style. You have not gotten rid of me because I'm still here. NAACP, my heart is full. If you remember nothing else, please remember this: a leader requires followers, because without followers, you just simply taking a walk. God bless you.
A thriving community is built on the collective efforts of various members. Today we would like to introduce a young woman who has been a light in our community. Gia Grimridge is the Region 2 Youth Board member of the National Board of Directors.
Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests and changemakers, today I stand before you with a heart filled with gratitude and admiration as we gather to celebrate the life and work of a truly phenomenal woman, Dr. Hazel Dukes. As an emerging voice who has been deeply inspired by her, I can't help but reflect on the profound impact she has had on countless lives, including my own. Many affectionately refer to her as Mama Dukes, as so do I. But don't get it twisted, she may be 91, but she has the fight and fervor of a Gen Zer. Could y'all imagine if Mama Dukes was active on social media? Her Twitter? Yeah. But seriously, she has always been a strong supporter of the younger generations, and for that, we owe her an immeasurable debt of gratitude. She not only believes in us, but also invests in our potential, empowering us to reach for the stars and achieve greatness. Her unwavering dedication to social justice inspires achievement in each and every one of us, reminding us that the pursuit of equality and fairness is not just a distant dream, but a tangible reality within our grasp. Indeed, Hazel Dukes is the ultimate mentor and trainer on how to do the work of social justice. Her wealth of knowledge, wisdom, and experience is like a guiding light illuminating the path for us to follow. She embodies the very essence of the NAACP, dedicating her life to uplifting marginalized communities and ensuring that their voices are heard loud and clear. Hazel Dukes breeds leaders. She sees the potential in each of us, even when we doubt ourselves. Through her guidance and encouragement, she molds us into capable agents of change, passing on the baton of empowerment to the next generation. As I stand here today, I can't help but acknowledge that she is the reason we are here, standing on the shoulders of giants like her. Hazel Dukes is an example of what it means to thrive, breaking barriers and challenging the status quo with grace and determination. Her resilience in the face of adversity is a testament to her character, inspiring us to persevere in the face of challenges as we continue her legacy. As we gather here, we make a solemn promise to Hazel Dukes. We will continue the work she has begun. We will carry the torch of social justice forward, standing on the foundation she has laid for us. With her unwavering belief in us, we have the strength to face the obstacles that may lie ahead, knowing that we have a strong foundation to build upon. In closing, let us celebrate Hazel Dukes and her extraordinary contributions to our world. Let us honor her by committing ourselves to making a difference by being advocates for change and uplifting those around us. Let us be the leaders she knows we can be, and let us continue passing the baton of empowerment, hope, and justice to the generations to follow. Thank you.
The journey of learning and growth between mentor and mentee is a special relationship only they can understand. Please welcome to the stage Ken Sunshine, founding member of Sunshine Sax, and Paul Brown Edney, Director of Public Relations at NAACP.
Hi there. I'm proud to call myself a Hazel Dukes disciple. Some 50 years ago, I was a little bit out of control, young activist I just graduated from Cornell, and I had come from Long Island, and we were going to take over the Democratic Party of Nassau County, which frankly wasn't exactly a machine, and we were kind of taking it over. And a woman comes up to me and said, "You're the leader of this renegade group, right?" I said, "Yeah." And she said, "You got to pick your targets. The Democratic Party is not really your enemy. It's the other guys over there." She said, "And by the way, I like you." That person was Hazel Dukes. Little would I think that 50 years later, she's getting one of the highest honors in the country, and I asked me to help celebrate her. She taught me many things over the years, but to prioritize your targets and that compromise is not always a dirty word. One of our favorite joint memories is the campaign in 1989 to elect the first black mayor of New York, David Dinkins. And it was a tough campaign. It was almost like a war. And remember who the opponent is, this guy Rudy you may have heard of? Well, the campaign manager and our great friend Bill Lynch, whose daughter Stacy is in the audience today, he said, "Hazel and Kenny are driving me crazy. They're assigned to travel with Dinkins." So we called ourselves the Mod Squad. The last 2 weeks of the campaign, traveled with the mayor. We held on to the lead. We beat that Giuliani guy. Unfortunately, he kept going, but it was Hazel and me and learning every day from her. Hazel is exactly the same today as she was 50 years ago. You heard one of the great speeches just now. I'm honored to call her a friend. We have birthday, my wife Nancy and I have a birthday almost the same day as Hazel. We celebrate our joint birthdays. There are many, many more to come. It's an honor to help honor our friend Hazel Dukes.
Good evening. Like so many of you here at the Boston Convention and Exhibition Center, Hall B Ballroom, I too join you in homage, appreciation, and admiration and love for the phenomenal woman we've gathered here to honor this evening, Dr. Hazel Nell Dukes. Hazel Nell Dukes is the daughter of Edward and Alice Dukes. She is the recipient of numerous accolades, awards, and honorary doctorate degrees. She is a woman of fortitude, tenacity, and determination to change the world in which we live. But Hazel Nell Dukes, Dr. Dukes to some, Hazel to many, and Mama Dukes to others, has been a second mother to me from the time I came on staff of the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, from being a regional director a regional youth director, national youth director, and vice president of field operations. She has been by my side, sharing wisdom, words of encouragement, and direction. And as you know, Hazel Dukes does not mince words when she thinks you're headed in the wrong direction. Chastisement followed by constructive criticism. She has been a mentor, a counsel, an ardent supporter through the trials and tribulations and challenges of my life, both personally and professionally. One of the most treasured and beloved moments in my life with Hazel Dukes is when I was in the first week of my tenure as Vice President of Field Operations, commuting back and forth between New York and Baltimore, and I received a late-night call that my then-husband had been in a life-threatening accident at work. I could not get on a plane that evening, and so I had to take a 5:30 a.m. flight out of Baltimore to New York the next morning. Upon my arrival at Bellevue Hospital, as I exited the taxi that morning, approaching me immediately before I could even step foot on the pavement and enter the hospital, Hazel Dukes was right by my side as I entered the intensive care unit, not knowing if my husband was alive or dead. I will never forget and hold dear in my heart the support I needed that morning to just get me through the doors of Bellevue Hospital. Though I don't refer to her publicly, as many of you do, as Mama Dukes, you hear me refer to her professionally as Mrs. Dukes. I hold the woman we honor this evening in my heart as my second mom, my Madeir. Congratulations, Mama Dukes, our 2023 Spingarn medalist. Hazel Nell Dukes, love you to the moon and back.
Please welcome back to the stage recording artist Danielle Ponder.
When I was a little girl, I had a rag doll, the only doll I've ever known. Well, I love you just the way I love that rag doll, but only now my love has grown, and it gets stronger every day. It gets deeper, let me say, and it gets higher day by day. Do I love you, my oh my? River deep, mountain high. If I lost you, would I cry? Oh, how I love you, baby, 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 baby. When you were a young boy, did you have a puppy that always followed you around? Well, I'm gonna be as faithful as that puppy. I'll never let you down. And it gets stronger every day. And it gets deeper, let me say. And it grows higher day by day. Do I love you, my oh my?
much.
Returning to the stage, Chairman Michael Turner.
Wow. What a week. What a week. Have you enjoyed your last 5 days in Boston? Would members of the Convention Planning Committee please stand and be recognized? To Chairman Russell, Vice Chairman Karen Boykin-Towns, and my colleagues on the National Board of Directors, we thank you for supporting Convention Planning Committee in this 114th National Convention. To my dear friend and brother, President and CEO Derek Johnson, I challenged him last year and staff to reimagine convention. Because if you keep doing the same things, you're going to keep getting the same results. And Iris Sims, Yamika Rushing, Alba Blankson, Robin Harris, and others stepped up to the challenge. And please give the national staff of the NAACP a round of applause for the reimagination. The hub rocked, and I hope you like other new features of convention, and stay tuned for Las Vegas. To what I call the big three. You've heard multiple times over the last couple of days, this has been the longest planning convention in history, and I care not to spend 5 years planning another single convention. To my friend and colleague on the National Board of Directors, Michael Curry, who insisted we take a look at Boston when time and place selection did not pan out, I say thank you. To the president of the Boston branch, Tanisha, please stand. Boston, the president, and the branch, y'all rocked. Tanisha, you took the bull by the horns, and though it's been 5 years of planning, I salute you and the Boston branch. And to my new best friend, while Marty Walsh made a commitment, Mayor Wu accepted that commitment and preceded it. Mayor Wu and her team, led by Sagan and Lori, they have taken us to another level of commitment that I have not seen from a mayor's office in the last 10 years. And Mayor Wu and your administration, I say thank you on behalf of the National Board of Directors. Delegates and observers, friends and family, I now call the 114th National Convention of the NAACP to a close. We will see you in Las Vegas.
Please welcome for our benediction, Bishop Talbert W. Swan II.
One more congratulations for Dr. Hazel Dukes. Chairman Russell, the story is told about a preacher who got in a cab. The cab driver began to drive erratically, and the preacher was trying to slow him down. He wouldn't slow down. They got into an accident. They both died. They got to heaven, and one day the preacher's walking by, and he sees the cab driver in a big 8-bedroom mansion. He immediately goes to the gate to see St. Peter, and he says, St. Peter, how is it that he got an 8-bedroom mansion and all he did was drive a cab? I preached the word of the Lord, and I got a 2-bedroom condo. He looked through the record. He said, well, when you preached, the people slept. When he drove his cab, the people prayed. Let us pray. God, you have given all people a common origin. It is your will that they be gathered together as one family in you. I pray that you will fill our hearts of humankind with the fire of your love and with the desire to ensure justice for all. By sharing the good things you give us, may we secure an equality for all our brothers and sisters throughout the world. May there be an end to division, strife, and war. May there be a dawning of a truly human society built on love and peace. Lord, open our eyes that we might see the needs of others. Open our ears that we may hear their cries. Open our hearts so they need not be without. Let us not be afraid to defend the weak because of the anger of the strong, nor afraid to defend the poor because of the anger of the rich. Show us where love, hope, and faith are needed, and use us to bring them to those places. And so open our eyes and our ears that we may continue in the coming days to be about the work of justice. We ask this in your name. Amen.
When I wake up in the morning, love, and the sunlight hurts my eyes, and something without warning, love, bears heavy